Hello everyone, so I'm back with Clash of Champions Round 7 versus Moxies. He is on Warriors, siding into Chaos Turbo, and I knew this before the match. I didn't have much time to prepare a strategy, an optimal strategy for how I wanted to approach this post side, so I just decided I was gonna use my full warrior side both times, which in hindsight wasn't the best. But yeah, let's just go into the match. And use rock, paper, scissors. And I draw really bad. I draw another bad card, and he uses Dust Shoot, and when Warrior does this, you just know the game's already over. He puts back Spy. I can go between Serpent, Night Assailant, could even do Faith, but I just decided to go for Night Assailant. And this is going to end quickly. There's nothing I can do here. I draw Sangan, and that gets to shoot it away as well. Set Faith, because I want to keep the Serpent. Draw Dekoichi. Only way to survive next turn is by summoning Dekoichi, attacking this Mystical Swordsman. I would take 400 plus 1800, which is only 2200, so he needs to answer Dekoichi or show another monster. He Solemns because he knows my hand. Yeah, so I use my full warrior side here. And I draw. If he stayed into Warriors, this is a pretty good hand. Play here is just set Spy, Snatch, Solemn, Mirror Force, and MST. This makes all his Dust Shoots dead, and Duo would only hit Chaos Sorcerer. Starts off with Upstart, then Charity. I think, but I'm never solemning this. He discards Regeki Break and Dekoichi, so now I know he sided into Chaos Turbo, which is really bad for me because I have nothing to stop Magician of Faith here. He summons Blade Knight and attacks. I have Spy, so no reason to use Mirror Force. He sets 3. I think I actually considered not using MST here, but I end up just using it. Which hits Torrential, which is a really good hit because usually in these situations where you have the double spies, you're worried about a torrential being there. Now I don't have to worry about that. I draw Upstart, which gives me Thunder Dragon, which is very good because that makes my Chaos Sorcerer alive. I'm thinking about how I want to play this turn. Do I want to snatch Blade Knight? Do I want to maybe tribute a Spy for Thunder Dragon and then summon Chaos Sorcerer? Yeah, those are basically the two options I'm thinking about, and I'm also thinking if I should just pass. I just go for the pass. I think going for the tribute line, then summoning Chaos Sorcerer in defense mode which banishes his light monster, is pretty good. If he solemns, then I just win, right? Because he would be 43, and then I would just snatch Blade. Thunder Dragon, Spy, 2000 Blade Knight is game. He would not use Solemn though, probably, because he knows I have Solemn. In any case, I just choose the passive line of just passing turn. I don't know, thinking about this in more here, I think I like the aggressive Thunder Dragon plus Sork play. Because when I pass here, I just, whatever dust shoots I blanked on turn 1, I'm now making them live next turn. So yeah, I think it's just going to be better to go Thunder Dragon Sorcerer there. I think that's a small mistake. I draw Sakuretsu. He does not flip any dust shoots. So now what do I do? I don't think the aggressive play makes sense. If I didn't do it last turn, I'm definitely not going to do it now. I'm obviously worried about Fates at this point, but there's nothing I can do. All I can do is set Sakuretsu and turn. I don't even set Sakuretsu because that just opens me up to bigger storms, and I already have Mirror Force. He goes for Tribe. I'm obviously not going to use Solemn on that because I have plenty of answers. He discards Knight, takes Dekoichi. He doesn't know I have Mirror Force, so it's interesting that he goes to defense mode here while still having a Spy there. But yeah, he chooses a very passive line. I'm obviously not going to Mirror Force a Tribe. Discards Thunder Dragon. So his hand is Dekoichi and 2 Thunder Dragons. And I draw Tribe. So there's several options on this turn. So there's no benefit to going like Sorcerer, Banish, Blade Knight, because he already has lights. I could go Sorcerer, Banish, Tribe, and pass. I just don't really see what that does. So let's just look here. He kept this set monster face down last turn. So what does that mean? It's probably not Night Assailant. He already has one engraved. It's not going to be Sangan. He would have flipped that and attacked me with it. So I'm thinking it is just a Spy here. So I decide to go for a line where I snatch his Tribe and then discard Thunder Dragon to destroy Blade Knight, use the Tribe to attack his set monster, and main phase 2 I'll discard the other Thunder Dragon, and then I'm left still with Sorcerer Tribe in my hand. And adjust based on what happens. Oh, I'm summoning Chaos Sorcerer. So it looks like I want to save Snatch still. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Maybe I'm just trying to bait Solemn. He does Solemn. I don't have any way to OTK through a set spy, so I'm obviously just allowing the Solemn, and then I'm gonna go for that Snatch Tribe play. He thinks. Discard to the Straight Blade. Attack. He allows. End battle phase. He goes for Ring. I have another Tribe in my hand, so I can still preserve my Solemn. And no reason to wait till next turn. Just want to destroy those. I know his hand is Dekoichi, Thunder Dragon, Thunder Dragon. And I don't set Sakuretsu just in case I need a card in my hand to discard. Like, I don't know, maybe draw Charity, maybe draw Yeki Break. And I already have a Battle Trap face down. He sets the Koichi and I draw Pot, just the best card in my deck. Fortunately, the draws are basically dead. They do nothing. And this is why his side deck is so good. Basically, if he was on Warriors, these cards are really good. But since he's on Turbo, I have all this advantage, but these are really bad versus Turbo. At least in this situation. Do I set Sakuretsu now to maybe play around next turn Dust Shoot, maybe? Or do I just let him use Dust Shoot and hope I don't draw a monster? Looks like I do play around the possible Dust Shoot. He goes for Duo, and that's fine with me. My hand was already dead, so I'm happy that he loses 1,000 and one card in trade for the Heavy and Sakuretsu. He sets another monster. I draw Upstart. So Upstart kind of sucks here because I have to give him 1,000, but I don't think that waiting is good. I need to try and get to some more monsters to try and end the game. And I do get into a monster that could provide some offense. I summon that. I attack with Tsukiyomi. He has one potential spy left, one Night Assailant left. I still decide to just go for the damage, which is good because if I deal 1,600, he'll be at 11, and then either Tsukiyomi or Tribe going through ends the game. The other way, he would have 1,600, so it would have to be Tribe that went through. He sets another monster in a back row. I just go for the Sook, and once he solemns, I know that his set monster can't do anything to this field, so that's a very easy solemn back. And we go to game 3. I once again stayed against full warrior stuff, hoping that he goes back into warriors, which again I don't think was the best plan. I could have done something else, some in-between stuff. I could have done something like put in Mind Controls over Nox, because Mind Control is like, it at least does something versus warrior. And yeah. Alright, so I'm thinking I probably just win this game regardless. It's auto win if it's auto win if he stayed in, if he went back to warrior. If he didn't go back to warrior, then it's not a win yet. So he Dust Shoots away the Faith, telling me that he probably doesn't have something to answer it, but also could just not care about Breaker Zambira. So it doesn't necessarily say he doesn't have knock. I pod into double upstart, use the other upstart. Okay, so now I could charity, but I don't see the reason to. So I'm thinking, I still don't know what the matchup is. I don't know if it's Turbo, I don't know if it's Warrior. So I'm going to summon Zambira, attack, and find out what the matchup is. It's Takoichi. So at this point I know it's Turbo. Very likely to be Turbo. So now I can play my charity, like I could potentially discard Sakuretsu for charity. I think I end up setting Saku here though. Set Saku, keep Solemn. How do I feel about that? I think I actually want to set Solemn, keep Saku, because I want to discard Saku for charity. Yeah. I don't really know what Sakuretsu does with the Zambira on field. It literally just plays around like Summon Blade Knight set 4. Which is really unlikely if he went into charity. I mean, Turbo. He sets a monster in the back row. I draw Jar. Only one play, just summon Breaker and try to get some damage in. He does know about Breaker, so that's the thing. He goes for Torrential. I just have to allow that. And set Jar of Greed. And that was a pretty good trade for me because he lost his Dekoichi. So I'm completely fine with that. Still have charity. This charity from him is... I do not like to see that. Because I feel like this was still going my way. Like I was going to draw next turn, use Jar, and then maybe charity. But when he does this, he gets a bunch more options. And I do the fake thing because the first card I set could be Solemn, and he knows I have Solemn. Wait, does he know it? He doesn't know about it. But it could be Solemn, and it could be... So, it could be, I might not always Solemn this, so it's a good fake thing. I just want to see the log for how long I thought there. Used... Looks like he did draw charity for turn. Activated charity, and it looks like I thought for 30 seconds. Which is kind of on the high side for a fake thing, but I really wanted to sell the fact that I had Solemn set. Discard Serpent Sorcerer. And this Sakuretsu ends up being good. Trading it for Kaiku is really good when he sides into Turbo. Oops. So he sets 4 now, which I don't like. I think I just activate Jar. I hold priority just in case he was holding Dust Shoot, and if I draw Thunder Dragon, I would want to discard it with priority. And Sangan is a really good draw there as well. I still don't want to activate Charity, because now, once he sets 4, he always has at least one Solemn. And I don't want the Charity to get Solemned. I'd rather set up my Solemn first. and also potentially get the Sangan destroyed. And I believe I just go for Regeki Break and Solemn here. If he has Zing, he has Zing. I don't really want him to just go end phase MST 100% hit the Solemn, so I think this makes sense. Even though Regeki Break is a card that I would want to discard for Charity, I still like setting 2 there. He takes Serpent and sets another monster. I draw Spy. Now, I have the choice between attacking or going to defense mode. So since he got back Serpent, I don't want to attack Serpent. So look at Grave, he has Charity. I want to use this Regeki Break to potentially destroy Magician of Faith, because it's one of my only outs to Magician of Faith. So what I want to do is, if this is Serpent set, I want to keep it there. So when he sets something else, I know it's not the Serpent. So that will be my thought process behind not attacking this set monster on this turn. So it'll be Sangan defense mode and set Spy, pass. Again, there's no reason to use Charity. And if you actually look at what it was Sangan, which would have gotten Faith, which would be really bad for me. He goes for Knock, which gets rid of the Spies. And then plays Pot of Greed. So another really good draw for him. I can't really Solemn. He'll Solemn back. So I'm just forced to kind of just allow this. And he passes. So this is, from my point of view, this set is going to be Serpent. I draw into Swords. And again, there's just nothing I can really do. So I'm just stuck here passing. He goes, sets a back row. I go, draw another Chaos Sorcerer. Still no light. So since I have this game state where we're kind of at a stalemate, where nothing's happening, I'm cool just waiting for something good for Charity. I don't really want to just activate it and discard Swords or something. And now he draws Thunder Dragon, which you never like to see that when Turbo is like deprived of its Thunder Dragon, and they have 20 in deck. They have a bunch of Darks in grave. This is going to be a bad sign that maybe Chaos is probably coming, and there it is. And it targets my Sangan. I do have the option to Regeki Break my own Sangan to go for Sinister, but that just seems bad to me. So yeah, I just allow this. He flips up the Sangan, so now I know the set is not Sangan. I mean Serpent, so I know his hand must be Serpent, 2 Thunder Dragons, and an unknown card. He doesn't tribute Sangan for Thunder Dragon to get Faith, which I feel like he should have, because that advances his game state really far, especially if he thinks I don't have Nox in my deck, which I don't. And I draw Faith. And This is an interesting spot. Because I could Charity and discard Faith, summon Chaos Sorcerer, banish the Sorcerer. That still gives him Thunder Dragon, the Thunder Dragon tribute play though, and Sorcerer doesn't do anything to that. But let's look in Grave. He has not gone. So I think it's just a better play to go set Faith and just hope it works so I could get that pot and then go pot Charity. Am I going to play the swords here? It looks like I do play swords. Just because if he does have knock, I don't want to take 3,300 at least. Yeah, that makes sense. And let's set Faith. So he has Regeki Break, and this is actually a scenario I'm fine with because that still puts the light in my graveyard. Unfortunately, his draw for turn is, he's going to show it right here, Duo. And this is just devastating. I don't want to lose any of these cards, and I unfortunately have to lose 2 of them. If I Solemn, he's going to Solemn 100% because he knows I have Charity. And yeah, it's a lose-lose situation here now. If he doesn't draw Duo, I will be able to do some stuff next turn. Yes, this game was kind of like unfortunate. There was like that drawn Charity and then the drawn Pot and now the Duo. So it's kind of getting away from me now. And he started lagging really, really badly here. To the point where I almost thought I was going to win from him just disconnecting. He had to actually get on his phone to finish the game. So he discards Chaos Sorcerer, and I had the choice between Charity and Chaos Sorcerer. I even thought about discarding the Charity, but then I was thinking about if I go Sorcerer, banish Sorcerer, he still has that Thunder Dragon line, and I won't be able to win. So my only way to win the game is actually just Charity into BLS and back it up with Solemns. That's my only hope at this point. He only sets a monster, and seeing it is Serpent, I don't really know why he's doing that. He should just tribute Sangan for Thunder Dragon, get the Faith. But he's having real lag issues, so that's probably messing with his thought process a little bit. I draw MST. So now I have to think about how I want to navigate from here. Am I activating Charity right now, or do I just wait until Swords runs out? I do have an extra 2 turns that I could wait. And this MST could be used to hit a Solemn. Now, the card behind Sangan and the card closest to his deck are the oldest ones. One of those 2 is guaranteed Solemn. And then there's the new card close to the extra deck that I don't know what it is. I choose to just set MST here and pass. No, I actually set Charity, which actually makes sense because when he doesn't do the Thunder Dragon play, I'm thinking the set is already, it could already just be Faith. So if it's Faith, I wouldn't want him to be able to duo away my Charity. So I decided to set the Charity, which means he won't get duo, he'll get like Pot or Charity back, which is still going to be a loss for me anyway. Okay, so now he finally tributes the Sangan and gets the Faith. And I draw into Serpent, so this is actually like the perfect card to draw. Wish I could have gotten this a long time ago, but I do have it now, so I think now is the time to start doing something. I think the best play is going to be MST to try and spike a Solemn, because I don't want to use Charity, get it Solemned, and then I have to re-Solemn. I would rather MST a Solemn and still have my Solemn in the back. Because remember, I need to get through so much to win this game. My win condition is BLS backed by multiple Solemns that he just can't out. So I have to play to that win condition. And I use MST instead of Regeki Break because Regeki Break is better than MST. I would prefer to keep Regeki Break if this MST hits a Solemn. And I hit, unfortunately, Snatch Steal. And at this point, I decide to go for the Regeki Break to hit the middle card, which is guaranteed Solemn. I take Serpent and use Charity. He thinks. And my draws are not quite good enough to win this game. I really needed one of the, like if this tribe or heavy was BLS, I have a shot with BLS backed by double Solemn. Instead, I have to discard Serpent and Heavy Storm. So since Serpent is in grave, I can't use Tribe right now. So I have to just set Solemn Pass, with the plan next turn being Tribe discard Serpent to destroy Chaos Sorcerer, Tribe attack the set Thunder Dragon, and pray I draw BLS still. I'll have to Solemn his Faith if I don't draw BLS. And unfortunately, his draw for turn is Heavy Storm, which is worst case. There couldn't be anything worse. I mean, there's Breaker, I guess. Well, Breaker wouldn't be that bad if his plan for Breaker was to destroy swords. But yeah, Heavy is the worst. I have to Solemn this. He has a Solemn. I have to Solemn back. And this game is just dead at this point. I don't draw BLS. I do this. I know the set is Faith, and he has Snatch in his grave. And Faith plus Serpent plus Snatch is enough to kill me, so I only have one play here in main phase 2. I have to destroy my own tribe and force him to show me game. Thunder Dragon alone would not be enough for game. But yeah, this is obviously just a loss. I'm just preventing 100% loss by doing that. And he shows Breaker, which is game. So that's the tournament. There was like a series of really unlucky draws for me here in this game. Maybe I could have won if even one of them didn't happen. Like the duo just destroyed me. If that duo didn't come on that exact turn, I probably have a decent shot to take it. See his hand. He has another Faith, Thunder Dragon, Sook. Alright, so that's the tournament, Clash of Champions. This is the last round. And that's it. I don't know when the next videos will be. Maybe like War League? Because I don't think there's any tournaments before War League. So maybe I'll do some War League matches when they happen. So yeah, thanks for watching this series.